District 9 is an uncommonly smart sci-fi hit, and it's got a heck of a lot going on, especially in the final act. Did you come away wondering what really happened, or musing on what could happen next? Not to worry, this is the ending of District 9 explained. When most films end, audiences are treated to powerful soft light shots of the hero kissing their love interest, hugging their relatives, or celebrating their great victory over the antagonists. But District 9 has no clear-cut heroic ending. In fact, given how much of the story revolves around Vikas Vandamarva slowly succumbing to a horrible disease, if you're not paying close attention to the ending, you may end up wondering, is Vikas even alive? Is he lying in a ditch somewhere? Did the Nigerian mercenaries finally eat his body for magical powers? Well, don't worry. Vikas is very much alive at the conclusion of the film. Unfortunately, he's also very much an alien. We know this because Vikas' wife finds a metal flower made out of trash left on her front doorstep, which she believes may have come from him. The very next shot is an alien making another flower. So either Vikas' wife has a secret admirer amongst the prawn community, or Vikas himself is leaving her small tokens to let her know he's okay. Common sense would suggest it's probably the latter. It's pretty clear that Vikas becomes a full-on alien by the end of District 9, and you'd be forgiven for wondering if there's any scrap of humanity left in him at all. Throughout the film, Vikas slowly loses control of himself and acts in increasingly strange alien ways. That said, the flower Vikas leaves his wife is as good an indication as any that Vikas still clings to at least some of his humanity. Earlier in the film, Vikas' wife explains that he loves making her fun craft projects. It seems that alien Vikas still feels that urge to let his wife know he's generally doing okay and hasn't fully lost his personality, even if he's a little slimier than the last time she saw him. If you look closely at Vikas post-transformation, it's also clear that one of his eyes retains its blue human color, while the other is green like those of the other prawns. This would indicate that there's still a small portion of Vikas which remains human and retains at least some of his previous memories. He's certainly more prawn than man, but that doesn't mean he's lost all of his humanity. At the end of District 9, the prawn named Christopher, who fights alongside Vikas throughout the film, ultimately escapes the planet. Thanks to Vikas' sacrifice and assistance, Christopher is able to get his damaged command module working and fly himself and his son up to the recently activated mothership. Of course, one question remains. How long will it be before Christopher is able to return to Earth? He promised to cure Vikas of his illness after all. How long will Vikas be forced to wait? Earlier in the film, Christopher convinces Vikas to help him by assuring him he can reverse Vikas' slowly worsening disease. But after learning about the government's experimentation on his people, Christopher tells Vikas he needs to alert his people to what's happening before he can dedicate the necessary time and alien fuel needed to heal Vikas. Christopher estimates it'll take him 3 years to make the trip to and from his home planet back to Earth. So Christopher will return, but it's more than likely that Vikas will be forced to live as a prawn for at least 3 years until then. Speaking of those human-on-prawn experiments, just how excited do we think Alien High Command will be about Christopher's story? Even without all the brutal torture and experimentation, aliens have been treated as second-class citizens, abused and manipulated by citizens of Earth for nearly 3 decades. We don't know much about alien culture, but we do know they have some hugely impressive technology, including powerful guns and exoskeleton power suits. It's hard to imagine they don't have a military of some sort, and who knows what other crazy weapons or bombs they might have on their home planet. Vikas may have slightly softened Christopher's opinion of humans, but Christopher is still clearly upset about what's happened to his people. Either way, there's surely no way to explain what's going on in District 9 that won't antagonize the prawn leadership. And if the aliens return with any sort of retribution on their mind, humanity is probably completely screwed. One of the largest unanswered questions at District 9 is just why the alien fuel actually turns humans into prawns. It's clear Vikas' transformation starts when the fluid is sprayed into his face, but nobody ever figures out exactly why things go the way they do. Even weirder, Christopher doesn't seem at all confused when Vikas transforms. He immediately knows the fluid would do that, and seems highly confident that the medical machines on the mothership could heal Vikas.
Are you saying that you could turn this prawn hand into a human hand? I mean, you can make me human again.
Interestingly, it also appears that alien fuel plays some role in healing humans, because Christopher says he needs all the available fuel to travel quickly. which is why it'll take a while to heal Vicus. The fuel brings up all kinds of possible implications for the future of the District 9 universe. For example, could other humans accidentally become prawns? Is there more alien technology containing the fuel out there amongst the trash heaps? Is it possible the prawns themselves could weaponize the fuel in such a way as to transform all of humanity? Lots of future scenarios could play out on Earth thanks to that fluid, and most of them don't exactly bode well for humanity. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.